Hi, everybody. This is Steve Olson and Wayne Steiger, GNN, and you've bashed into our part 2 of reviewing this 2001 document.
The future is now.
Yep, the future is now. And keep in mind that what we're looking at right here, guys, was written in 2001 and shared with CIA, DARPA, all the government agencies that were going to try to imagine the future. And really, it was all about, warfare.
Yes. Thank you, Steve. Well done.
Yeah, and so Wayne, we're on to the section about this that talks about imagination engines. This is blowing my mind.
It's mine as well, because, folks, this did not exist in 2001. Steve, let's read this. We left off on the last one. I want to get down here to generates new ideas, concepts, being starving a trained neural net of meaningful inputs, forcing it into a dream, cavalcated, create a new concept. Steve, this is the neural net.
Well, didn't we just hear Elon tell us that we needed to have neural lace?
Yes. Yes. I'm just going, hello. So look at this. In this worldwide economy, the ability to create wealth is not bounded by physical limits, resources, but by our ability to come up with new ideas.
This looks like somebody looking at the Earth from the outside of the Earth objectively.
Yes. And look how and this is so true. I mean, talk about paleontology. I mean, this is about the study of the human race. It says, however, even universal wealth will not obviate the other causes of warfare, which include politics, faith, religion, and it goes on. Megalomania. Boy, do we have that. Do we have that?
In spades, brother.
In spades. Global problems. Well, here we go. You can see energy, water, food, land. Where do you want to go, right? And we look at the killer app solutions. Motivational, inexpensive, web-based, asynchronous distance learning. Oh, folks, they got something that's not good for us. Inexpensive, motivational.
Wait, let's slow down on this one.
I thought you would like this.
Oh my God. Distance education enables the demise of the U.S. underclass?
Wealth creation from enabled inventions. Well, hello, Zuckerberg, Musk. I mean, how many people do you want to add to this? Stabilization of world population. How about that?
How would distance education enable the stabilizing of world population? Please continue.
Well, I want to know how you get the equalization of the haves and have-nots. I mean, we just went through 8 years of a social experiment. I didn't see anything change. In fact, if anything, I saw it get worse.
Well, is demise mean the death of?
Yeah, well.
I don't know. What does it mean?
Well, I mean, demise means to reduce, right? To eliminate. It means to make of no effect. I mean,
make an end of.
Exactly. Now, motivational learner, web-based. All right, here we go. Now, distance learning allows, they cross this out, only method of providing requisite improved education. Excuse me. Breadth, depth, quality. But then it gets into the cost. Look at this. By 2025, 40% of private and 15% of public colleges and universities are expected to be closed due to web-based.
That didn't happen though, because there's a bubble over education right now. They're still selling this old concept of.
Yeah, but I looked this up. It has in fact exceeded this now. You go online, you're not seeing the college campuses exploding, because the fact is that because the way the system is set up, where are most people going for their degrees today?
You're right, man. They're going. In fact, some people are just auditing classes and getting smarter by listening to lectures on YouTube.
Exactly. Wow. I mean, I don't know who wrote this, but
2001. Holy crap.
now let's continue on. So now we're going to get into biomasses, folks. The advantages of shallow sea desert production of biomass.
They're still just giving us the situation analysis, right?
That's what they were doing. But if you look at what they were projecting back in 2001, 17 years ago, look at where all this is going. Now, when I found this one, I kind of dropped my jaw again. Much increased biospan. We're already there. And by the way, 2025 is only 8 years away. We're already there, folks. Look at this. Tremendous increases in capability of automatic robotic everythings.
Everything. Look at that last paragraph, Wayne.
Also resulting in greatly increased individuals' destructive power and general societal disaffection, i.e. machines. I just want to make a commentary on here. This is what happens when you expose our youth to literally 30 years of video games. This is what happens. Look at this, major emerging law enforcement issues.
No, quote unquote issues.
Issues.
I hear like Dr. Death.
So we got privacy. Check that off. Come on,
hell
folks.
Yeah, brother.
IT net crime. Check that one off.
Check.
Biocrime, binary pathogens and genetics. Check that one off. Protection of human electronic implants. What? Check that one off.
How do we protect? Wait. Okay, go ahead.
I thought I was going to run past that one.
No, protection of implant. What do they mean? Like hiding the implants that are already there?
I guess. Know. I mean, why would you need to protect them? I don't know. Let's go on to the next one. You may a little bit more about this one. The protection of CONUS beyond terrorism.
Can't talk about that one.
Maybe you know more about CONUS. I mean, as I understand it,
I can't speak to that.
Huh? Go ahead.
I can't speak to that term.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently it's a conglomerate, I think, of agencies. That's what I think. That I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm digesting this as all the rest of us.
No, and I also remembered the contract I signed, and I keep it.
So look at this one. This one, upheaval caused by rapid technological changes, road, air raid.
Oh, isn't that wild?
Look at this, psychosomatic illnesses, withdrawal. We just did a story on this.
I know, 2017, and we're seeing it in our population.
I mean, is anyone just like me going, what? Of particular concern, uncontrolled, uncontrollable self-replication of brilliant robots, nanoreplicators, rampant recombinant biotech.
And by the way, we're seeing the rampant recombinant biotech problems with the GMO versus non-GMO crops and the pollinization.
Bingo.
We're seeing. I don't know if we're seeing the other stuff because they're not telling us about it, but it could be in widespread. It could be widespread, like out of control right now.
And listen, folks, this document went into GDP, economics, medicine. As you can see here, this was where we were in 2001. And what's so weird about this actually is almost exactly what's happening. How did they know?
What a great predictive model and this is being put on by, why is NASA giving this?
I don't know. Biorevolution application. Pharma animals. Drugs and spare parts. When I read this, Steve, I'm just going, no. I got to be reading, something that's science fiction. Fast-growing plants on or near sea surfaces and seawater irrigated plants for biomass energy, closed CO2 cycles, polymer growing plants.
We're there. Check that one off.
Spider genes in goats allow spider silk. This is already done. And the binary bioweaponry. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Example, So here they're giving us examples of where they were in 2001. By the way, when I see this thing, the choo-choo, a flesh plant eating robot that hunts, biodigests natural foods to live off the land. What? Did you just read that? I mean,
these are example of IT, biological, and nanotechnology all together in one. These are examples. The brain of a sea lamprey inserted or connected to the body of a robotic fish. 2000,
cyborgs.
2001. 2001. Go ahead, Wayne.
Well, the choo-choo. I mean, it's a flesh-eating robot. Folks, this is some wild, wild stuff. Here we are into nanotubes. We're seeing this, I think, as well in our atmosphere. Look at this. Ultracapacitor, high temperature. Steve, revolutionary power generating, storage opportunities. Lithium. They're going into everything black light power. Have you ever heard of that?
What the hell is that?
Now, for all of you who are avid readers, Dean Koontz, back in the 90s, had a book called Black Lightning. Now, when I saw that, I went, oh crap. But there you go. Look at this, offshore methane hydrated. Steve, all the things that we're seeing today that are in the news, in the alternative news, it's in this document. Aluminum vortex combustor. Here we go, folks. How many times have we talked about aluminum, right?
Yeah, micro-powdered aluminum fed into a vortex combustor burns seawater.
Provides AIP.
So that's how the Navy made their seawater engine.
Yes.
Which was announced publicly, by the way, everybody.
They knew it back then.
Yeah, they actually have deployed this in the United States Navy now, the seawater burner.
Look at this. These are the new era sensors. Now, this is some science that's over my head.
So smart dust isn't a conspiracy theory then, huh?
Right down there, my friend.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. This one I found really troubling, because as we get into the warfare, you're going to find out that this whole sensors of swarms are going to become very, very important. So look at the smart dust. It actually is out there.
But nanotags too, Wayne.
Look at that. Look at co-opted insects.
We've seen actual examples where people have actually swatted and microscopically analyzed co-opted insects with cyborg parts.
Yes. This is not science fiction. Some explosive smart dust opportunities. What? And folks, look at this. Optimal positioning of explosive dust.
What the?
Formation of explosive lenses.
I'm going to start going off like Jake Riley did the other day. Sorry.
Infiltration of deeply buried other such targets. What? Oh, it gets better. Micro dust weaponry. How about this one, Steve? A mechanical analog to micron-sized mechanical dust, which is distributed as an aerosol and inhaled into the lungs. Dust mechanically bores into the lung tissue and evacuates various pathological missions. A wholly new class of weaponry, which is legal.
That just, Wayne, when you read that, my stomach just seized up.
I mean, is this what we're breathing? Is this what they're doing?
Is this what's, is this what's being floated around from chemtrails?
Do you see how explosive this is? And if this is some forged document, whatever, I don't give a damn. All I know is that I'm seeing this in real life. Now look at this. Givens, now too soon.
Petaflop wasn't until 2001. It wasn't until 2010.
Yeah. Exceptional AI from bioinformatics. Look at this.
Wondrous, ubiquitous land, sea, air, multi-physical hypersector warning swarms.
The swarms, folks. Get that term. We'll go up to slide 50 and then we'll cut off here and do another section. Now, this is agreed upon. This is agreed upon, folks. The assumptions of combat in 2025. Now, the proliferation of TBMs, IT and precision, strike targeting, ambiguous microsensors, camo spoofing, robotics, biochem, munitions, logistics assets highly vulnerable in or out of theater, in or near theater, beam weapons increasingly prevalent.
Increasingly, that assumes that they're already there.
Well, one would assume that they can't be increasing unless you have one, right?
Exactly.
How about our cruise missiles? Now, with everything that's going on with China, with North Korea, with Iran, I read this and I thought, oh, we're screwed. Because everything you read in here is already here.
It is.
It's already done. And it's expanding.
Look, they can do an EMP weapon.
Yeah. Now look at this. So they look at down the road now. We're already here. Look at low cost and ready availability of the technology components essentially ensure the enemy after next will have inventory, field, hordes of very capable, easily concealed, very difficult and expensive to counter accurate cruise missiles with a potential devil's brew of warheads. Folks, the devil brews is they're going to add a little extra something for you.
Devil's brew. You know, why would they even use the word devil's brew in a government document?
And folks, take a look.
Volumetric weaponry would alternatives to high explosives.
Look at the last two. Isomer strain bond energy releases, carbon fibers and blades, acoustics, etc.
Well, look at number 2 is the one I was drawn to after our interview of Bad Baby.
Yeah, there you go.
That psychological warfare.
There you go. And then we'll end out on this one. Look at this one. Anti-personnel, and I guess MWRF must be radio frequencies, microwave. And look at this, folks. You think that my videos that I have been doing when I have been showing you what the Gwyn towers are doing, look at what they're talking about, folks. Brain interactions, low frequency modulation. Folks, this is mind control. This is the things that make you sick. This is the thing that suddenly you sign a depression.
Or you can't stay awake.
Exactly. Or you get emotional outbursts. This is it, folks. So we'll pick up after this one on the next one, Steve.
Well, thanks for joining part 2 of the deep look at the vision of the future that the government had in 2001, Wayne. Let's do another segment.
All right, be kind, folks.